I force myself in down a truly repulsive coffee at Gatwick Airport, knowing that for the next 12 days I'll be treated to the best of the best. The destination is Catania, where I grew up, and I'm taking this trip to finally explore my native island. First stop is Siracusa, a town with an impressive history, central to the entire Mediterranean area. The ancient city grew around Ortigia, a defensible offshore island with 2 natural harbours. Here is the Fonte Aretusa, named after the nymph who rose after swimming across the Peloponnese. Labyrinth of old houses. A true step back in time. Quiet until you get to the daily market. Here are the ruins of the Tempio di Apollo, probably the first Doric temple built in Sicily. Over 2,500 years of ancient history. Not much of its 7th century survives, but still a very impressive sight. Piazza Archimedes' centerpiece is a beautiful fountain depicting the goddess Diana, most attractive in the evenings. The town's impressive Baroque architecture is most evident in the large Piazza del Duomo. Originally a sacred site, it was built by the Greeks to thank Athena for their victory at the Battle of Himera. Sadly, the old splendid Greek and Norman decorations have been destroyed, replaced by formidable Baroque. But the aisles still retain the original massive Doric columns. After a good Sicilian lunch, it's time for a quick visit to the Syracuse Museum, whose most celebrated exhibit is a Venus, better known as Landolina, probably Roman-made 1st century, a symbol of a new decadence. Syracuse's rich archaeological park is called Neapolis. The interesting ruin of Ara di Hierone II, a 200-meter-long altar erected in the 3rd century BC, is adjacent to the impressive Amphitheatro Romano, one of the largest of its kind. The tank in the center of the arena apparently contained the blood and gore spilled during combats. Blood and liver from men and animals were used to feed the infirm and disabled in the belief that this would speed their recovery. Yuck! The Teatro Greco is one of the biggest and best preserved auditoriums. It could accommodate 15,000 people. unfortunately is permanently set for seasonal plays. Essentially, they have ruined the ruins. The terrace above the theatre contains a nymphaeum, an artificial grotto fed by water from an ancient aqueduct and flanked by votive niches. It's close to an area of large quarries and caves called latomie, used by ancient rope makers, and the Via dei Sepolcri, or
Street of the Tombs, deeply rutted by carts that plied to and fro. The Orecchio di Dionisio is an enormous cave around the corner from the amphitheatre. It's hugely impressive both visually and acoustically, and its shape, similar to an ear, makes for fantastic echoes. Supposedly, the tyrant Dionisio left his prisoners in the cave so he could listen to their secrets from afar. We're treated to something else, as we're lucky enough to enter at a time when a Dutch opera singer starts singing.